Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast. This time I'm a minute into the game, I can't do it any lower via the League of Legends client. But it doesn't matter, at least we can now see the jungle pattern of a Lee Sin, whatever it may be. I think it are wolves. Something tells me it are wolves, and that nobody is going to counter jungle. Because it's a dragon, it will counter jungle during the game, not before. Actually, we have a Taric and an Ezreal standing pretty dangerously. If that Graves is silly enough to walk into this bush, he might die. He shouldn't be silly enough though, but who knows? Actually, Graves is going to help Lee Sin with the wolves. Where's the mid player of purple team? Still in base. It's a Soraka. No, I think Janna is the APer and Soraka is just... I can't tell. Well, I can because Janna doesn't have any wards, so she will probably be the AP mid. Soraka is still AFK, which is a pity for Graves because there's no way in hell he can pass this. He cannot get any closer. He will get stunned and he will die. We shall see. So they give him a last hit, that's fun. They should be going because Lee Sin is going into the middle and even the dragon is approaching. They are going to wait for Shyvana to come by and then they will stun him and kill him. So here comes the stun, the Shyvana double attack, the ignite and the death of Graves. It's not really nice, guys. Soraka isn't here yet. You guys! Well, this gives me time to go over the teams, now doesn't it? So top is Nidalee versus a Jax. In the beginning it should be very easy for Jax to win this lane. Maybe once Nidalee hits level 6 she will be stronger. Maybe she's an attack damage Nidalee, doesn't seem to be the case, so she's an AP Nidalee. I like them. Well, it doesn't really matter as long as it's a Nidalee. Middle will be a Twisted Fate versus a Janna, and every time Ezreal levels his arcane an ability up, you will hear it across the map. Isn't that fun? Lee Sin is the jungler of purple team, already level 3. Blue team's jungler, as we have already seen, is Shyvana. So middle lane was Twisted Fate, purple team, Janna, and then bottom is a Graves alone for purple team versus an Ezreal and a Taric. But guess who's here? It's Soraka, so now it will be a bit more even though Soraka is already a few levels behind, because of course. Like that's a real sentence nowadays. Go Nidalee, poke him with doom. Shyvana was trying to help ganking onto Jax, but that's not really necessary. Lee Sin might be in trouble if Shyvana decides to show up. She probably will. Lee Sin is going into the bush. Shyvana did not notice him, or maybe she did, she barely did. She didn't still not notice that Lee Sin is there. At the same time, bottom lane was getting double kills all over. We will see that after this, and actually it's already the end. Or is it? Lee Sin is going to stand in a bush, not too sure why, and is probably going to gank Nidalee, but we will see that later, for Ezreal has spawned. Now on the bottom lane we shall go back 30 seconds where Taric stunned the Soraka, trying to kill her. Ezreal did not succeed, gets turret hitted upon and ignited, and a flash in by Graves for the kill. Soraka getting too close to Taric, in which he just exploded his shield to get the kill, but he will probably die to the Graves. He's running away. Graves decides to stop running and just farm some minions because, hey, it might be dangerous to chase the Taric, and it might have been. So now we're back at the gank of Lee Sin. Predicted like a boss, not that it was unpredictable at the least. A Q onto Nidalee, nope, he missed. He thought she would dodge. He needs to be careful, to be honest. He is not that high HP, though Nidalee of course isn't level 6, so only a spear might be able to kill him and nothing more, to be honest. Janna getting pushed by Twisted Fate. Who would have thought that a Janna might have been pushed? Well, she was fairly low on mana when she entered the lane, but it shouldn't have been an issue. Once you level up, you gain some mana back. So even though you helped your jungler by throwing away lots of mana, you should get it back by level 3. If you don't spoil it as much. Twisted Fate must be doing fair amounts of damage onto Janna. Nope, she's able to dodge everything. while the damn robot of Azrael is commentating in between my lines. Now it's a Tariq who disconnected, weird enough. What kind of game is this? I don't know. But I do hope that Tariq will be back. Bye, Tariq. Thanks for your AI, Riot. Appreciate it. Oh my god, Shyvana almost dying there because she jungled. I don't know if they were so weak. Lee Sin just doing some damage onto Twisted Fate. Not something that can kill him, just something that can give him a heart attack. Jax is able to regen quite a bit. He started off with boots and 3 health pots and has, for now, have used all 3 of them. While Nidalee is quite good at poking you down, she is ranged. Ranged on top is always fairly hard to fight against as a melee. Big damage there by Azrael, shooting his pulse rifle or whatever it's called into the face of Soraka. It's a nice gun, can't blame him. Oh, what double ward. So they know Lee Sin is there, they know Shyvana is there, they know Tariq is arriving, so even Lee Sin needs to be careful. Twisted Fate might actually be able to cut him off, and he will. Twisted Fate, Lee Sin was able to Q the dragon and bounce off onto him, losing a lot of his HP, but totally worth it, because if he was sandwiched between the Twisted Fate and Shyvana, he might have died. So, quick decision there, Lee Sin, now going back from the rear, spotted by a ward. Azrael should run away right about now. Well, he will not, because he has minions, but they know that there's a ward, because the minions are attacking Lee Sin. So, that's the end of that surprise. Twisted Fate, pretty low on mana, maybe he should throw a blue card once in a while. Maybe he does. Now Nidalee is level 6, as you can see, she's already jumping everywhere, trying to do damage onto Jax. Who knows, maybe he'll get caught in the undertow, just caught in the undertow. Lee Sin again trying to gank, still level 4, been level 4 for a while, he has been ganking a lot as well. Shyvana is just farming her, I was gonna say tits, but she's a dragon really, that's not a nice thing to say against a dragon. Lee Sin spotted there by Shyvana, not too sure why he didn't do anything about it. Now he is able to Q to Twisted Fate and then able to safeguard towards the Janna, but it will not work. Janna doesn't have any mana, so the dragon might actually go for it. Dragon formed into Janna, but Janna had flashed away. And now Tariq again DCing, leaving Azrael once again by himself. This is going to be very hard for Azrael because Soraka and Graves, come on. Come on, man. Don't leave me alone. Who needs a map? Well, I need a hero. Twisted Fate is going to be in a lot of trouble, getting slowed. Jax is approaching. Well, Shyvana is approaching as well. Jax doesn't have any vision onto Twisted Fate, using his ultimate just to go safe. And he was able to safely transport towards his, towards the jungle. Towards the far end of the jungle. Smart decision there, mate. Twisted Fate, Lee Sin. How come I call you Twisted Fate, guy? I don't know. Why? Is he going to give it to Janna? I don't think so. He will take it for himself. Janna wasn't there, so he didn't want to wait. He needs to level. The dragon is already 6. I must farm everything I can. Well, then you should have gone to the red buff, because you know Shyvana's, right? Oh boy. Azrael all alone versus a Graves, who is actually also all alone while Soraka is approaching. She was pink warding, not too sure why. The support isn't even there. Well, one might be too sure. He might reconnect any second now. I hope so. Nidalee, boom. I'm a cat. Going for the Rod of Ages, which gives her a lot of mana. It's always an issue with Nidalee, the mana, but yeah, as top Nidalee, it's fun. Jack's actually going to do it's fun as a top Nidalee when you're purple team's Nidalee, because then you can just steal the blue buff, but otherwise, nope. You'll just have to work on your own mana. Lee Sin probably spotted by a ward of Nidalee. Yes, he is. He will not do anything, or won't be able to. He might try, but I won't say that's the smart thing to do, because you'll just waste precious time and energy if you go all out on a Nidalee. She'll just run away. Tariq still hasn't reconnected, and at the same time, a nice spear there by Nidalee. I didn't expect that at all. We shall see how it happens. So Jax did some fair amounts of damage onto Nidalee. She was able to jump away and heal, igniting the Jax, and then Ignite will tick him off to death. Good job there, Nidalee. Almost good job there, Jax. It was fairly close. And then the middle got attacked by the Lee Sin as I thought, but Lee Sin was able to get away. So sorry about missing the Q. I didn't want it to. As long as it rhymes, you can forgive me, right? I hope you will. I really do. Janna going to ward? I hope so. Yes, she will. Will it work against the Twisted Fate? I don't know. His ultimate is very capable of going from anywhere to pretty much everywhere. Oh, that's Ezreal is going to get dived upon. Was able to dodge the Q, but will it be enough? Taric is arriving. I think it will be just in time, but Taric is only level 4. Keep that in mind. To be honest, Soraka is only level 5, so it's not really that big of a difference. Taric was able to get a kill, so he might actually level up pretty fast. Who knows? I don't know. Twisted Fate getting ganked there by Lee Sin. Will he be able to get away? Wasn't able to dodge the Q, but he has blue buff. The dragon is arriving, but a nice flash in ultimate by Lee Sin there. Will he be able to get away? Janna actually got the kill, knocking the dragon away from Lee Sin, but I don't think she will be able to. Lee Sin getting shielded upon by Janna, but now Janna needs to get away. Dragon doing loads of damage, will not be able to dive a Janna underneath a tower though, but that was an amazing flash ultimate by Lee Sin, but I must say Twisted Fate responded to it like a glove to it. Yes, gloves respond to things apparently. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, dolly me. Taric also level 5. Soraka level 6. She has her ultimate. Taric has not. Taric spotted by a ward. He should know. I think you should know. Oh, oh. Getting hit there by a tower. It doesn't really matter. He gets armor from his passive and Soraka gave him armor just at the time that he was hit. So that's a lot of armor. That turret probably didn't do anything. Nidalee throwing some spears onto Jax, trying to hit him, will not succeed. Jax needs to be careful there. It's a Nidalee. She can do much more sustainable damage than you can. However, the burst of a Jax is much nicer than a Nidalee's, as we can see right about now. Shyvana is approaching, was probably not even spotted there. But Lee Sin is coming as well. Lee Sin spotted. Nidalee will try and run away, will probably get queued on by Lee Sin, flashing into tower range, but it will not be enough. Lee Sin actually taking 3 shots there by the tower, and Jax taking 1, so Lee Sin will die, so it's a fair trade-off. Jax doesn't have that much mana, he has minions against him as well, but Janna is arriving. Twisted Fate is arriving as well, and he has his ultimate, so Jax still needs to be careful. Janna is still close, spotted by a ward though, so nothing will happen. Azrael is just going back to base. What have you bought? I'm going for a Trinity Falls, mate. Well, apparently so. Good job. You still need your zeal. I know. Thank you. Just wanted to say that, Azrael. No need to be bitchy about it. Twisted Fate alone in the lane, giving him some mana, will not succeed. Going for, of course, the Lich Bane, which is the prime weapon for an ability power Twisted Fate. I don't know if you would play Twisted Fate as an AD carry, I sure wouldn't. Though maybe they might make it viable. Actually, his attack range has been increased, hasn't it? So maybe it is viable. I don't know. I don't think it is though. He's just, well, he has a stun. That's quite good. Stuns are appreciated, y'all. Azrael alone. Taric was warding. He is going to come by now. Gonna get spotted there by a smoke bomb. Not that that works, but it might. You can just give it a try. They don't know Shyvana is in there, by the way. They just don't know. Nice crit there by Graves. Lee Sin was arriving as well, so they were engaging. But now Graves needs to run away, dashes away, but gets dragoned upon. Will probably die. The heal of Soraka isn't enough. Now they're going on to Soraka. Will succeed. A nice little shot there by Azrael, by the way. Now Lee Sin is going in together with Janna, so the dragon will go away. Taric might get caught, but don't underestimate a Shyvana in dragon form, because that's a lot of damage. The ultimate of Azrael just shot that Lee Sin into pieces, and then another kill by Twisted Fate, who also came by, because he's a Twisted Fate. He can frickin' teleport. And that will be a dragon. At the same time, Jax is doing some fair amounts of damage onto Nidalee. Nidalee will try and trade it off, will not succeed, will have to run away into the bush where she will be safe. Jax actually jumped after her. Nice little ignite there by both of them. Who will die first? And will Jax die? No, he won't. He will barely survive, but he will survive. Dragon has been dealt with by the partners of Nidalee. It is fairly hard to fight a Jax as a Nidalee, even though technically Jax now gets armor when he goes for attack damage, and I think ability power gives him magic resistance. So it is a spear Nidalee. She didn't use her spear too often though. I don't think she even used it in that fight. She might have tried there. You can see her corpse here. That's the first time I see the death mark here. They keep improving this game. That's a good thing. Even the Baron thing has changed. Good. Shyvana just pondering around, shooting a Q onto the Janna's face. Q's name, of course, is... no, that's Q? Oh, sorry, then it's Burnout. A W, I'm sorry. Boom! It's so blue. Ezreal, now without mana, will have to go and leave the lane if he wants some mana to gain, but he will probably not. Jax again being fairly aggressive onto Nidalee, pushing her back probably. Lee Sin just barely. Oh man, I'm rhyming. Barely into the bush. Nidalee will ward, will not expect Lee Sin to be there, will throw another spear onto Jax's face, but because Nidalee has leveled her heal first, her spear doesn't do that much damage, to be honest. Nidalee was able to just jump away from the Jax stun there, so thank god she is scared of Jax, because she couldn't have seen that coming. She might have predicted it, but I don't think she saw it coming. Taric has an Oracle, so will be a prime target for Graves, who was able to destroy the bottom tower, so congratulations Graves. Jax again jumping onto Nidalee. Will probably not be able to do any more. Nidalee will no longer try and go for Jax, I feel. But who knows? Spotted by a ward there, mates. You didn't know, did ya? You didn't know, did ya? They didn't know. I don't think they knew. Hey Jax, can you take some auto attacks? Well, he can. He has a lot of armor because he goes full attack damage. So why not? Going to do some damage onto Nidalee again. Boom, stunning her. Is tanking the turret. And guess who's there? It's Twisted Fate. I don't see Jax surviving this at all. These two girls here will probably kill them, even though Twisted Fate is technically a guy. But I'm not too sure. It's like Ezreal. You don't know. Isn't that right, Taric? Ha ha. Who needs a map? I know where it is. Janna will destroy this tower, by the way. I hope you've noticed. We'll try and knock up the Shyvana, but of course Janna can slow, can kite for eternity. There is actually no way you can catch an ability power. And she is actually going in there onto the Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate does not have his gold card ready. Will probably die to Ignite of Janna. And she did. Dragon away there by Shyvana. Don't know if it was necessary, but it might have been. Taric again disconnecting. What a pity indeed. Nidalee needs to be careful for possible ganks, but they are actually counter-jungling Shyvana and she doesn't like it at all. Lee Sin taking quite some damage there. The minions do not follow him, warded by Shyvana. They're going to try and steal a red buff that isn't there. Ezreal is going to help the Shyvana. Will probably be able to get a kill onto Lee Sin. Boom. There was no way that Janna could help him unless a very clutch ultimate, but even then Ezreal could just shoot at Lee Sin from the side, so it was okay. Ezreal actually shot his ultimate just to farm, as most Ezreals do lately. And why not? It's a very quick way to farm. Ping's going down on Nidalee for no reason, to be honest, but hey, you don't know that. Janna is going to the top. She's actually just going to farm some minions, but it was possible. You don't know that. Attack that little wave there, thank you. Ezreal now farming everywhere he can. Succeedingly so, he is able to shoot every minion in the house. He doesn't have his Trinity Force yet, is actually going for a BF sword item now. When Taric disconnects again, so it's really a pity because blue team was actually doing a fairly good job, is still doing so, but because Taric is disconnecting all the time, I don't know how big of a threat he will be in the end game. Nidalee trying to kite around the Jax will not succeed because there's a Janna there, so she will be slowed, is able to dodge the Q but will not be able to dodge the whirlwind of Janna. Twisted Fate was able to kill the Jax, but at what cost? Is going to try and run away, but nope. Too much CC for you, mate, and he will die, thanks to Lee Sin and Janna, who both responded at the same time. And again, Taric disconnecting there. It is looking rather grim for blue team right about now. I hope Taric's internet gets resolved, or else it will be a pity to cast this. A pity of the ages. Of the Legion? Yes, all of those combined. Ezreal is not going to go in onto the... Yeah, he actually is. He doesn't have the mana for it, to be honest, but hey. Aggression is wanted. Aggression is fun, I think. Is going to recall. Graves farming wolves as he pleases. He looks so French. Jesus Graves, what have you done? I can't look at you anymore. Soraka has recalled as well. What have you bought, girl? I've bought Ikage's lucky pick, but you still haven't bought a Philosopher's Stone. I forgot. Nidalee actually has quite the amounts of items. Is going to get slowed by Janna, but hey, I can heal that. I'm a Nidalee. Ability power Nidalee. It's not like they used to be, but hey, it used to be fun. I can heal everything back with one heal. It used to be. Nidalee going to try and gank together with Shyvana onto Graves. He is already long gone. Ooh, Long Johnson. Dragon has spawned again. Will blue team be taking it once more? Purple team has pinged down, so they know they're doing it. Soraka will go and check. Is actually pretty dangerous. Nidalee might actually be able to spear her, and if she gets damaged too highly, they will go after her. We're able to just take Dragon easily and then go in onto the Soraka, who will probably just flash away. Will a good spear of you can't jump through that. Oh, the spear just barely misses her. I think it would have been a kill if it was a hit. Twisted Fate at the same time destroying the bottom tower, but it won't be a kill. It was a tower and a dragon, so maybe worth it. Jax is taking the blue buff. Will succeed. There's nothing they can do unless Ezreal shoots his ultimate blindly towards the blue buff, not knowing when it might get killed, so I don't see that happening, and it didn't. Ezreal still farming middle. He doesn't care. What's your CS, Ezreal? 185, sir. Good gracious. But Graves has 200. Well, he's a Graves, sir, not an Ezreal. Okay, that's true. But still, mate, don't take no for an answer. I'm an Ezreal, he's a Graves, but alright. Lee Sin is going to try and get the Twisted Fate, who jukes around perfectly. Now he knows where they are, and he will just recall, well, use his ultimate to safety. And guess who's back? Back again. Tariq's back. Tell a friend. If you don't have any friends, feel free to put it in the comments below, and I will tell it to someone else. Nidalee going to top. Farm? I don't know. Her pink ward got destroyed by another pink ward. Do you have a pink ward, Nidalee? Well, you used to be able to throw traps down and then the traps would reveal the wards, but that's not the case anymore, you silly Nidalee. Well, traps works just as good. Oh, I thought Tariq was there, but it's not the case. How grim this game will be. Will blue team be able to win 4v5 in high elo? I know it's doable in in just medium elo, or well, in low elo it's fairly easy. Almost, oh, Lee Sin actually getting hit there by a spear. Nice damage there, of course. It's ability power Nidalee. It's always big damage. Gonna get speared again and then spotted by a trap. So now Nidalee will go in for the hunt. But she knows that she can't deal with Lee Sin. Lee Sin won't be stupid enough to recall just anywhere. Nidalee is going to try and spear them all they can so they can initiate. Because this is a very good poke team. They might actually be able to do this 4v5 if they keep it to poke. Because that's not poke, that's actually the exact opposite of poke, that's engage. And this is a bad engage, so they should actually get their hell out of here. Jax is going in from the rear with the gear. Ezreal going to try and do some damage there. Janna using her ultimate, which is fairly strong, but oh, nice dragon there in the middle of the bunch. Going to have a double kill there. Nope, Ezreal was able to get the kill. Tariq actually arrived, not DCing this time, so is helping in the fight. Big burst there together with the Twisted Fate and the Nidalee Spear. Ezreal ultimate going down, not doing enough damage because minions blocked most of the damage. As you all should be aware, the Ezreal... Oh, that's a weird spear there by Nidalee. I think she wanted to go for Lee Sin. Well, probably so. They didn't need to attack the Janna. She was toast. Janna was toast. So a very good fight there by blue team. I'm surprised Tariq was there because he was a game changer. Well, that and of course a very good combination play there by blue team. The spears of Nidalee together with the wild cards and just the pick a card skill of Twisted Fate are able to burst everyone pretty much down. Oh my god, that's gonna be a deadly sin. Just look at that burst damage of Twisted Fate together with those spears of Nidalee. I think at least Nidalee was able to throw a spear. I doubt it, to be honest. Even Ezreal has high burst potential in the mid game. He did go for a Trinity Force. So Ezreal is actually also able to do very big damage on a single target. So as long as they're able to focus down the same guy together with the entire team, he will get one-shotted. Doesn't matter by who. And maximum power, you say? And the entire team knows this? That's not too clever. I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. Now everyone knows that his skill is on max level, so they know which skill he levels first. Nice spear there by Nidalee, but Janna is very quick. She has a Zephyr. Doesn't have any other movement speed capabilities, but hey, she's a Janna. Why would she? Dodge there by Graves. You can try Nidalee. They do have Baron buff, so they should make a push for it. They have an excellent poke team. Of course, the purple team has replied by their poke to get a Soraka, which is of course able to heal pretty much everything. Twisted Fate will not survive. Good ultimate there by Lee Sin. He is actually very good at placing those ultimates, and he is going to continue going on. Shyvana trying to get the attention to her, but she can just drag it away. Jax actually sticking onto her like glue. Janna is there as well. Nice spear there onto Graves. Perhaps Graves might die, but he gets shielded by Janna, so he will die. Double kill there for purple team, shutting down the Shyvana. So yeah, don't get caught, guys, because that was nasty. Why would you go in solo with 3 guys versus 5? Actually, there were 2. Well, Twisted Fate got caught heavily. Janna tanking quite some towers there. Graves as well. Janna is going to heal them, but if she stands still, she will be free Nidalee food. Not doing enough damage there, Nidalee. She must get some hefty AP items if she wants to do some more damage. I don't know why it did so less on Janna, to be honest. Maybe she has a lot of magic resistance. I don't know. Ezreal sticking out like glue onto Janna, by the way. He has a red buff, a very dangerous buff to have, being an Ezreal. Going to shoot his ultimate, trying to steal. I think he succeeded, because I don't see a red buff on Graves or Lee Sin. So nice steal there by Ezreal. I don't even think he had vision on that. But he knows where everyone is. It's the power of the Force. And another ultimate by Lee Sin, kicking away the Ezreal, else he would have been dead. Thank God it has such a low cooldown. And no energy cost. Yes. Yes, Lee Sin. Yes. Thanks for saying that. So amazingly so, pretty much everyone of blue team has lost their Baron buff. And that's gonna be a ward destroyed. Nobody wants it? Alright, the champ will take it. Who's the champ? Champ's here. Nidalee almost level 18, will be nice. Taric is only level 11. Well, that's what disconnecting will do to you. Actually, Soraka's level 10. Holy balls. And she has only disconnected in the beginning. So I would have thought that she would be ahead on Taric, but guess not. Doesn't matter, Nidalee going to try and spear the Graves. He has a blue buff, she has a blue buff, so why not? Ezreal gonna get caught here. Lee Sin has his ultimate, was able to phase shift, and a big crit there actually. Shyvana getting caught, going to Dragon away. If they keep on chasing, they will probably lose. They have a very good chase team as well. Jax has... Oh, big damage there. Jax will die, but he has the Guardian Angel, so he might be fine. Twisted Fate flashing in with his ultimate. Nidalee throwing spears down, but getting blocked by minions there. Big damage there by Twisted Fate and Ezreal. Taric flashing after the Graves. Nidalee a far away spear there onto Graves' head, so that's how we like it. Will she be able to get the... Yes, she will. It's not Janna, it's Soraka, but hey, she might be able to get Janna if she goes through. Oh, good spear there, very well predicted, but... I don't think she will be able to throw another one or land it. She will be able to throw it. That would be silly. Is going to keep the Lee Sin, no, it's the Jax and the Janna away from the inhibitor. So that will be a free, well, not a free inhibitor. They fought for it. They fought for it well, to be honest. But will they be able to do more? Is blue up? I think it is. Blue is up for blue team, for purple team's blue. Good shield there by Janna. Jax now going in, gets stunned upon. Ezreal, they have respawned, so they should be very careful. Twisted Fate is there as well, might be able... Nice shield there by Janna, saving the life of Jax. He will barely survive. The same cannot be said of Lee Sin. So that Ezreal is actually killing everyone. Will he be able to Astral Shift? Yes, he will. Juking the enemies to the wrong direction. Wildcards going in, doing almost half of the HP of Soraka. My god, man. That has to be something more than just those wildcards. That was a lot. He has good items. He's gonna have blue. Nope. Graves is taking it. Awesome. Well, they didn't have any mana to begin with, so they didn't have a skill shot or anything. Any ability to throw down onto blue. Azrael going to recall. The animation is balked, but who cares? Twisted Fate still needs to run away. Graves keeps on chasing him, not too sure why, because there's a Shyvana who exhausted him. He was able to dash through the wall, and now he needs to be careful there. Janna is pretty low, to be honest, and Shyvana will almost have her dragon form, but Twisted Fate just doesn't have the mana for it, so they might as well just go away. Azrael will be taking the red, will succeed. Once he has red, he might actually be able to just try and kill the Graves. With the help of Tariq's stun, of course. Janna is actually fairly low as well. Dragon is about to spawn, according to I don't know who, but it is about to spawn apparently. Grace does not care, he is going to recall Janna as well. So even though Dragon might be spawning soon, he didn't. Not soon enough. So yeah, 30-minute fight for now, and because Tariq hasn't been disconnecting rather lately, I think blue team is in favor. Money-wise, they are very much in favor. Nidalee is going to try and juke out the Lee Sin so that Twisted Fate can ultimate in. Actually no, they're going in onto Jax. Jax does not have Guardian Angel anymore, gets shielded upon by Janna. A good little knockback there by Janna together with her ultimate, but Graves will now die because of that. Jax trying to revenge his friend. Nice shield again by Janna, but it will not avail. Of course, Janna throwing her shields down whenever they are off cooldown, but they are so needed. Spear by Nidalee, dodged by a safeguard, so that's not that hard to dodge. Nidalee, try better. Nice white cards, and that's better. Thank you, Nidalee. Thanks for shooting me. And another wild cards on his face. And again on Soraka. Just look at her HP drop. Big damage there onto Janna, and will get killed there by no one less than Twisted Fate. Good stun there. And of course they have a good follow-up onto that stun with Twisted Fate's wild cards. Just look at the damage onto Soraka. There's nothing she can do. Nidalee now going in solo onto Lee Sin. But guess what? She won't have the time. Azrael was executed. I wonder why. So good play there by blue team. It was looking grim for them because Tariq wasn't there. But now he is, and they were victorious because of it. A very good composition actually, Azrael, Twisted Fate and Nidalee. Because yeah, and Tariq actually too. Together with Shyvana, it was a great comp. They were able to just push through everyone. Just ballsack around. That's how they play. So I hope you enjoyed, guys. And I will see you next time. Okay? Next time. Bye. Next time.